Local 2 Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist John Mayer.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Well, we are continuing to follow those thunderstorms out there this morning. You'll notice not a lot of activity right now, though we did see plenty of it yesterday. However, where we are still watching some more of those storms develop, it's off to our northeast. That's where we're seeing some of that thunderstorm activity up around Gale, making its way down towards Big Spring. Could make for a little bit of a wet early morning commute. So something to keep in mind as you head out early on today. Might see some of that storm activity, but for the rest of the basin, really not looking at too much developing out there right now. Yesterday was when we had a lot of rainfall make its way through. Even saw some severe thunderstorms, especially into the northern Trans-Pecos. It's also where we sort of had that bullseye for the heaviest rainfall, nearly a half-inch in Wink, and that's where we saw those severe thunderstorm warnings make their way through. Even a tornado warning late last night. Started to see some rotation in some of those storms out there. Thankfully didn't develop into anything that we had tornadic weather, but still with that warning in effect, gives you an idea of just how strong some of these storms were. And today, thankfully, not that same impact behind all of these systems, but still some more rain coming our way a little bit later on. Lunchtime, start to see some scattered storms across the basin, and a chance that they'll continue with us through the afternoon, evening hours into tomorrow. Those storms just continue to spin off to our east. We get a chance to see some of those make their way into the eastern basin down towards Terrell County. That's really the best chance where we're going to see any of that rain Friday, but for the most part, these storm chances are going to start to wrap up once we move into tomorrow, begin to clear out, especially towards this weekend. But as long as that low pressure remains in place, you see that counterclockwise rotation around the low. That's what's really bringing in those storms, because we start to see those storms move in from the northeast, pulling down through the basin and then exiting towards the southeast. And that's what we're going to be looking at continuing through today and tomorrow with that low pressure in place. Once this starts to push towards the east, though, we'll begin to get clear of all those rain chances, and we get a chance to clear out and calm down towards this weekend. But until then, still a lot of moisture out there. Humidity values getting way up into the 80s, 90s, 100% humidity there in Hobbs, New Mexico. Can't get much higher than that, and that is what we're looking at. Plenty of moisture to fuel any of those storms that do develop for us. Now, current temperatures are sitting down in the low to mid 60s. It's a fairly cool start to the day out there, but a little bit later on, we get that chance to see a warm up, but nothing very extreme. I mean, 70s, 78 degrees for our high this afternoon. That sounds about right, and that's what we'll be looking at with some of that cooler air settling in for us. We had that cold front yesterday, really going to feel the impact of that as we move towards this afternoon. Those storm chances picking up by lunchtime and continuing through the afternoon and evening hours. That'll be our best chance to see some activity across primarily the basin, but we could still see a couple of those storms drift a little bit further to the west. Tomorrow, again, it's the eastern basin, Terrell County. That's about the only locations where we're really going to see storm chances in the forecast. And then this weekend, clearing out, sunshine heading our way Saturday and Sunday. Plenty of sun and rising temperatures, upper 80s, lower 90s by the time we move into the start of next week. Not seeing much in terms of rain chances next week, but plenty of heat on the way. Could have a chance to see a return to those mid to upper 90s before long.
Well, John